Multiplying negative integers. Evaluate the expression -3 times -10. Let's use a horizontal number line to solve this problem. But before we do, let's look at a very similar expression, +3 times -10. We would represent this on the number line by moving to the left 10 spaces 3 times. That will give us -30. Now let's look at the expression in the problem, -3 times -10. Well, it's going to look very similar, but there's an additional negative sign, which means we're going to move in the opposite direction. That will give us +30. Let's review our rule for multiplying negative integers. If the signs of the factors are the same, the product is positive. You already know that a positive times a positive equals a positive. Our new rule is that a negative times a negative also equals a positive. Evaluate the expression -2 times -7. Let's take a look at that horizontal number line again. We're also going to look at a similar expression before we solve the one in the problem. +2 times -7. Well, we know that we're going to move 7 spaces to the left 2 times. That will give us -14. The problem in the expression is -2 times -7. We're going to perform a very similar act, but since there is another negative sign, we're going to move in the opposite direction. That will give us a +14. Evaluate the expression -6 times -8. First, let's look at +6 times -8. We're going to move 8 spaces to the left 6 times. That will give us -48. The expression in our problem is a -6 times -8. Since there's an additional negative sign, we're going to move in the opposite direction. That's going to give us +48. Evaluate the expression -7 times -13. First, let's take a look at +7 times -13. We're going to move 13 spaces to the left 7 times. That gives us -91. Now let's take a look at -7 times -13. Since there's an additional negative sign, we need to move in the opposite direction. Our answer is +91. Evaluate the expression -4 times -9. First, we will look at +4 times -9. That's telling us to move 9 spaces to the left 4 times. That equals -36. Now let's take a look at the expression in the problem. -4 times -9. That negative sign tells us to move in the opposite direction. That will give us a +36. Let's review our rule for multiplying negative integers. If the signs of the factors are the same, the product is positive. Again, we know a positive times a positive equals a positive. What we learned today is that a negative times a negative equals a positive.